How's it going, Dylan? The first half against Eastern Illinois, the running game seemed to be kind of stalled there on the edges and running north-south. Second half, it opened up. What was the problem going on in the first half?
It was just more so we just had to figure it out. We had to put a head on the head. I mean, it's not really much you can say except for just do your job. So win your one-on-one battle, and that's what we did.
What kind of feedback did Coach Atkins give you guys as a group? What was his message to you guys? Was he pleased? Was he disappointed? What were kind of his thoughts coming out of the game after watching film?
Well, we watched film as a whole offense, and so what we did, we just sat there, and we was able to annotate ourselves. So we had to point out what we did wrong, and I guess that was the message Coach Sapp was trying to send to us: is if we can see what we did wrong, then that's a good thing. So we just sat there and we had to call out, we had to talk like grown men and say what we messed up on. Atkins, he gave a little feedback, but not a lot, because like I said, at the end of the day, we had to annotate ourselves and we knew what we did. I mean, it wasn't really he can say, because we knew what we did was wrong.
So when you did annotate yourself, what were some of the things that you noticed about yourself?
Myself, I mainly get my job done. I can just make it way more easier if I take better footwork, if I have better footwork. That's like my main issue is just better footwork. I'm always crossing over. But I do get my job done, though. Well, most of the O-line, let me just say this. Most of the O-line get their job done. It's just our footwork.
And how long does it take you to get comfortable in a game? You were talking about, like getting your matchups and stuff. How long do you feel like you're locked in? Is it an immediate thing? Is it kind of just how long would you say?
Depends on the player. It just all depends on the player. Me personally, that first drive is where you really know, if they coming with it or if they not, and vice versa.
Thank you.
Dylan, with the game being the way that it went and being so lopsided, from an offensive standpoint, based on what you guys did show, how comfortable do you feel that the offense was able to execute, and how much more have you guys been able to work on getting ready for this week as you continue to install for a new opponent?
When we executed, we did execute. It's just petty things like offensive linemen taking the right footwork, or just anybody getting penalties and stuff like that. I think penalties was like a main. We got one touchdown call back from penalties and stuff like that. So we just have to fix the minor things, which are major things. So that's about it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Tyshawn Wanamaker was behind you at right tackle. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What have you seen out of him? How have you seen him grow? What kind of advice do you give him over the course and especially after the game too?
We're not perfect. I mean, everybody, we have strides and we have, things that we need to work on. But him personally, he's a powerful guy. He's a very strong, powerful guy. He just, we just need to work on technique with him, standing up, being a little high. But, like I said, he's a strong guy. So half the battle is your will, and he can impose his will. So the second half of the battle is your technique. So we just got to get his technique together.
A two-parter here, Dylan. How tough is it to block Jordan Birch when he's on defense?
Me personally, it's not. I mean, it's not. I don't know. It's kind of a trick question. He's a good person. I can definitely tell he's getting better. He's not really playing like a young guy no more. He's playing like he needs to play. So that's always a good thing.
And if it were to ever happen where he might line up beside you at tight end or receiver or whatever, how much fun would that be?
That would be great. we can really do some damage.
Dylan, what have you guys seen out of the East Carolina defense so far, and what are your expectations for Saturday?
They do a lot of stabs and like twists and turns and stuff like that. So we just have to be locked in. We got to be ready for like the move calls. Not jumping off sides. That's a big thing that like he preaches to us and try to instill in us. We cannot jump off sides because there's gonna be a lot of move calls and stuff like that. They're trying to get us to jump off sides. So just being able to, hold our horses, because we be ready to come off the ball. We just need to hold our horses and, just know what we got to do.